Remanada. Chapter 1. Sancretor and the Birth of Ramon. And in those days the empires of the Cyrodiils was dead, save in memory only, for through war and slug famine and iniquitous rulers, the west split from the east, and Colovia's estrangements lasted some 400 of years. And the earth was sick with this sundering. Once worthy western kings of Anvil and Sarkal, of Falkreath and Delodil, became through pride and habit as like thief barons and forgot covenant. In the heartland things were no better, as Arcanists and false moth princes lay in drugged stupor or the studies of vileness, and no one sat on the throne in dusted generations. Snakes and the warnings of snakes went unheeded, and the land bled with ghosts and deep-set holes unto cold harbors. It is said that even the Kim el Adabal, the amulet of the kings of glory, had been lost, and its people saw no reason to find it. And it was in the darkness that King Horol set out from the land beyond the lost Twill, with a sortie of questing knights numbered 18 less 1, all of them western sons and daughters, for Horol had seen in his vision the snakes to come, and sought to heal all the borders of his forebears. And to this host appeared at last a spirit who resembled none other than El Estia, queen of ancient times, who bore in her left hand the dragonfire of Akatosh, and in her right hand the jewels of the covenant, and on her breast a wound that split void onto her mangled feet. And seeing El Estia and Kimel Adabal, Horol and his knights wailed and set to their knees and prayed for all things to become as right. Unto them the spirit said, I am the healer of all men and the mother of dragons. But as you have run so many times from me, so shall I run until you learn my pain, which renders you and all this land dead. And the spirit fled from them, and they split among hills and forests to find her, all grieving that they had become a villainous people. Horol and his shield thane were the only ones to find her, and the king spoke to her, saying, I love you, sweet Alice, sweet wife of Shor and of Ariel, and the sacred bull, and would render this land alive again, not through pain, but through a return to the dragonfires of covenant, to join east and west and throw off all ruin. And the shield thane bore witness to the spirit opening naked to his king. Carvers on a nearby rock the words, and Horol did love unto a hillock, before dying in the sight of their union. When the 15 other knights found King Horol, they saw him dead after his labors against a mound of mud, and they parted each in their way, and some went mad. And the 2 that returned to their homeland beyond Twill would say nothing of Horol, and acted ashamed for him. But after 9 months that mound of mud became as a small mountain, and there were whispers among the shepherds and bulls. A small community of believers gathered around that growing hill during the days of its first churning, and they were the first to name it, the Golden Hill, Sancretor. And it was the shepherdess, said Yenna, who dared climb the hill, when she heard his first cry, and at its peak she saw what it had yielded. An infant she named Ramon, which is light of man. And in the child's forehead was the Kim el Adabal, alive with the dragon's fires of yore and divine promises, and none dared obstruct, said Yenna, when she climbed the steps of white gold tower to place the babe Ramon on his throne, where he spoke as an adult, saying, I am Cyrodiil, come. Chapter 2. The Chevalier Renaud, Blade of the Pig. And in the days of interregnum, the Kim el Adabal was lost again amid the petty wars of gone heathen kings. West and East knew no union then, and all the lands outside of them saw Cyrodiil as a nest of snake men and the snakes. And for 4 more hundreds of years did the seat of Ramon stay sundered, with only the machinations of a group of loyal knights keeping all its borders from throwing wide. These loyal knights did go by no name then, but were known by their eastern swords and painted eyes, and it was whispered that they were descended from the bodyguard of old Ramon. One of their number, called the Chevalier Renaud, discovered the prowess of Cuchulainn, and then supported him towards the throne. Only later would it be revealed that Renaud did this thing to come closer to Talos, anon Stormcrown, the glorious yet Emperor Tiber Septim. Only later still that he was under instruction by a pig. Long glory was wife to all the knights of the Dragon Banner, who knew no other and were brothers before beyond many seas, and now were brothers under the law named the Blade Surrender of Pale Pass. And having vampire blood, these brother knights lived for ages through and past Ramon, and then kept guard over his ward, the coiled king, Vezidu Shaye. The snake captain Vershu became the protector of the northern west when the black dart was hooked into Savarian Chorak. Here, torn pages indicate that the rest of this ancient book had been lost.